Welcome to the Book of Leviticus, a book that, at first glance, might seem like a long list of rules and rituals, but it's so much more than that. Leviticus is about holiness. It's about how God's people are to live in His presence. In this book, we see God's deep desire for His people to be holy, just as He is holy, and we learn how they and we can draw near to Him in worship, purity, and obedience. Leviticus picks up where the story of Exodus left off. The Israelites have just been rescued from slavery in Egypt, and they're now in the wilderness, camped at the foot of Mount Sinai. God has made a covenant with them, calling them His chosen people. And now He gives them a detailed blueprint for how to live as His holy nation. The laws in Leviticus about sacrifices, cleanliness, and morality are designed to help the Israelites reflect God's character and stay close to Him. The first part of the book introduces us to the sacrificial system. Now, this might sound foreign to us today, but it was central to Israel's relationship with God. Sin had separated them from God's holiness, but these sacrifices provided a way for them to be forgiven and restored. There are 5 main types of sacrifices mentioned: burnt offerings, grain offerings, peace offerings, sin offerings, and guilt offerings. Each type of sacrifice served a different purpose, whether it was to say thank you to God, to seek forgiveness for sin, or to restore peace with Him. Through these sacrifices, God was teaching His people that sin has a cost, but He also showed them His mercy, providing a way for forgiveness. Next, we move into the purity laws. These cover everything from what the Israelites could and couldn't eat, to how they should deal with skin diseases, to what to do after childbirth. Now, to modern readers, these laws might seem strange or outdated, but they served an important purpose. They weren't just about physical cleanliness. They symbolized being spiritually pure before God, and they helped the Israelites remain distinct from the nations around them. The purity laws were a reminder that God's people were called to be different, set apart for Him. At the heart of Leviticus is a special day called the Day of Atonement, or Yom Kippur. This is the most important event in the entire book. Once a year, the high priest would enter the most sacred part of the tabernacle, called the Holy of Holies, to make atonement for the sins of the entire nation. 2 goats were used in this ritual. 1 goat was sacrificed, and the other, the famous scapegoat, was sent into the wilderness, symbolically carrying the sins of the people away. The Day of Atonement was a powerful picture of God's desire to cleanse His people from sin and to restore their relationship with Him. The last part of Leviticus focuses on how the Israelites were to live as a holy people. It covers a wide range of topics, everything from sexual morality to caring for the poor, from fair treatment of others to proper worship practices. And running through all these laws is one central theme: holiness. God says, "Be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy." Holiness means reflecting God's character. It's not just about following rules. It's about living in a way that honors God and shows the world who He is. But here's the beautiful thing. Leviticus isn't just a list of ancient rituals that no longer apply. It points us to something greater. It reveals the holiness of God and shows us the importance of sacrifice, purity, and obedience. But it also points forward to Jesus Christ, who is the ultimate fulfillment of all these things. The sacrificial system in Leviticus was a temporary solution. Jesus, through His death on the cross, became the perfect and final sacrifice for sin. He fulfilled the law so that we could be made holy in God's sight. So, as you read Leviticus, don't get lost in the details. See the bigger picture. This book is about God's desire for a holy people, set apart for His purposes. It teaches us how to live in relationship with a holy God and points us toward the ultimate relationship we have through Jesus Christ. Leviticus may be challenging to read, but it invites us into a deeper understanding of God's holiness and His immense love for His people. Thank you for taking the time to explore the book of Leviticus with us. Remember, this is the Bible, book by book.